Heyo and Heidi ho. Today we are doing the bubblegum bag. So there you go. You are going to need, measurements are in your PDF. You're going to need, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So you're going to need your base vinyl. Back, bottom, or back, front, bottom, front, top. You are going to need an applique to go behind the words, and then you're going to need an applique for the words. You are also going to need, excuse me, one zipper, 2 inches longer than the width. So this is the 6x10 bag, so you only need a 12-inch zipper. 2 pieces of 1 inch by 2 inch gross grain ribbon, and you'll need to cut, or you'll need to fold these over and iron them in half, or whatever. However you want to get them to stay. You will need 1, 2, or 3 pieces of a 5/8 inch ribby ribbon by 2.5 inches. And that is for our hardware attachment. And I say 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Because if you're doing a side attach, you just need 1. If you're doing a top attach, you just need 2. But I'm going to be extra and I'm going to do all 3. So I need 3. Plus you need your lining back. And then your front lining has 1/2 inch iron under. 1 and the top 2. All right. So take all of this trouble and move it out of the way and hoop yourself up some medium weight cutaway like so. Throw it in the machine and run color stop 1. I will see you after 1. Okie dokie pokies, there you go. There's your die line for your zipper. So we take our zipper and we want to center it between this line and this line right there, like so. And if you're using a 1 inch or a number 3 zipper, then it's 1 inch zipper tape, and you should be able to just cover the top and the bottom just like so. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. Walk your zipper down so you keep it nice and straight and even with those die lines, like so. Take another piece of tape, tape it down here, throw it in the machine, and run color stop 2. I will see you after 2. And there we are, kiddos and cadettes. Woohoo! Our zipper's nice and tacked down. We're going to take our 2 little ribby ribbons. We cut them 2 inches, 1 inch wide ribbon cut by 2 inches length, about half, folded in half and ironed down. And we're going to find the 1/2 inch mark. And we want a 1/2 inch in and a 1/2 inch out, like so. We're going to tape that down, like so. And then fold it into the inside, and we're making sure that the top and bottom of the ribbon is even with our zipper tape, like so, and tape it down. I know, lots of tape. Then we're going to take the top. This is about 1 inch, 1.5 inch by 12, but it should be like 10, I think. Buck it right up against your teeth. Tape it down again. I know, all this tape, what's wrong with me? Walk it down to keep it right on your teeth. Tape it down. Then we're going to grab our bottom piece and we're going to do the same thing. Make sure our die line left and right is covered. I'm just going to throw some tape here to hold it in place. Some tape here to hold it in place. There we go. Throw it in the machine and run color stop 3. I will see you after 3. And there you go. Your zipper is all tacked down. So go ahead and put it back in the machine and run color stop 4. That's going to give you bubbles. Run color stop 5, that's going to give you some different bubbles. Run color stop 6, that's going to give you a die line. So I will see you between 6 and 7. And there we are, we're ready. Here's our die line for our first applique. Woohoo! There you go. You should be between 6 and 7. So go ahead and grab your applique vinyl or fabric, whichever you want to do. If you want to lightly 4-corner tape it, you totally can. There we go, there we go. There we go. Throw it in the machine and run color stop 7. I will see you after 7. Ooh, and there's our zigzag. Ooh, I got kind of close with that tape, didn't I? Woohoo! Lucky, lucky. All right, go ahead and... Yes. Go ahead and pull up your tapes. Grab your applique scissors. Find a place, go on in. Remember, we want our paddle on top of the zigzag, so that we are not cutting our zigzag. If you snip them, that's fine. Move your work, not your scissors. I tend to move my whole body. And we want to kind of, as much as possible, glide instead of snip, snip, snip. But I just snipped on you, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that all the way off. Throw it over there in the large scrap pile. Come back and do this again. All right, now that we've got, now that we've got our applique trimmed out, we're going to throw it in the machine and we're going to run 8. 8 is going to give us a die line for the first set of letterings. 8, and I'll see you between 8 and 9. Okay, there we go. There's our die line. And I am going to take, and I'm going to lay this such that it is covering our die line. Gives me plenty of working room, and I'm going to lightly tape it down so that it doesn't shift. And I'm gonna, I say that, there we go. And I'm gonna pop it in the machine, and I'm going to run color stop 9. I will see you after 9, and we will trim that bad boy out. And there we go. Yay, wahoo. Let's go ahead and take up your tapey tapes. Okay, and set those aside because we'll use them here in a minute or so. And now grab your applique scissors. This is a little more fun, and I use fun slightly derisively than appliques usually are. You got lots of insies, outsies, upsies, downsies. So let's just go ahead and go slow, paddle over the zigzag. I'm going to cut this off so I'm not arm wrestling a whole bunch of snippies and snappies. And around. And I'm not going to be able to go all the way down there, but I am going to go a little bit down. But our satin should cover most of that. And you hear me going snip, 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 even though I've told you time and time again, don't snip your scissors. When it's tight, small little work like this, sometimes you have to. Just go slow. It's not a race. Okay, it's not about how fast you can go. It's about how clean. You want to get right up against those zigzags. Work your way around. Careful. Move your hoop or your work or your body. Don't move your scissors. There we go. Do. Awkward silence. I'm concentrating, sorry. All right, there we go. Throw it back on the machine and run color stop 10 for the second set of lettering die lines. I'll see you after 10. Okay, there we go. There's our die line. So we're going to take the rest of our lettering vinyl, lay it over our die line. Go ahead and 4-corner tape it if you must. La-da-da. There you go. Throw it in the machine and run color stop 11. I will see you after 11. All right, so this is the last applique cutting for this bag. After that, it's just a few more decorative steps, and then we start doing the bag assembly with the lining and the back and the front and the up and the down and hardware and hardware attachment. So grab your applique scissors. Come right on in here or anywhere And carefully, we're gonna go slow because we wanna get close without going over, just like The Price is Right. There is no shame in going slow and going careful. There you go. All right, excellent. Go ahead and throw it in the machine, and you want to run color stops 12, 13, 14, and 15. That's 12, 13, 14, and 15. I will see you between 15 and 16 when we start the bag steps. Woohoo! We're almost done. Are you excited? I'm excited. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is start the lining work, and in order to do that, we have to take out some of our stabilizer. So I want you to take on the left-hand side, peel up all your tapes. How many tapes? All your tapes. Oh my goodness gracious, look at that. There's a core sample of ugly there. All right, now we're gonna open our zipper. How far? All the way. All the way to that other ribbon anyway, right there. We're gonna grab a seam ripper. We're gonna put a small slice in our stabilizer right there. Gonna flip it over, and we are going to cut out 1/4 inch of stabilizer between these two single lines. Why, you say? Well, that makes the zipper easier to open. And I did not give myself enough to hold on to when cutting. Oh, good job, me. There we go. Get rid of those. Then we're gonna go down, cut only the stabilizer. Don't cut the zipper, don't cut the vinyl, don't cut the ribbons, don't cut the cloth. Only cut the stabilizer. Go slow, go careful. Do not slice your zipper. It would suck so much to slice your zipper right about now. Almost done. Fwink, just like that. Flip it back over again. Are you getting busy? I am. Go ahead and slide the zipper all the way closed. What? Yes, I know. Put the ribbon back, put the vinyl back, take one piece of tape and tape all of that nastiness down right there. Now flip it back over. Oh my God, are you serious? Yes, I'm totally serious. Grab your piece of bottom front lining. It's the one that's got a 1/2 inch fold under, just like so. Line it up with your cut that you just made, like so. Tape down the right side, tape down the left side, throw it in the machine and run color stop 16. I will see you after 16. Almost done. Getting excited? I know I am. So let's go ahead and flip this over and grab your front top lining. It's got a 1/2 inch fold under. Line it up. Ooh. Don't need that. Line it up with your cut. Folded side down. Grab some tapes. And voila. And voila. Throw it in the machine and run color stop 17. I will see you after 17. Okie dokie pokey. So you notice it didn't go all the way across. That's because we have to open our zipper. So pull back your tape, pull back your ribbon, pull back your vinyl, grab your zipper, open your zipper, Put your ribbon back, put your vinyl back, put your tape back. And if you're nervous about that piece of metal, go ahead and tape it down. Go ahead and throw it in the machine and run color stop 18. It's going to close us up and give us some die lines for our hardware. See you after 18. Looky, looky. So we're all closed up and we have die lines for our hardware. So you do not have to do 3 pieces of hardware. You can do 1, you can do 2, or you can do 3. You want to make sure that when you put your hardware down, you are lined up with that die line. You want to tape on the outside of the bag. See, on the outside of the bag. But you also want to tape on the inside of the bag to keep that janky, floppy metal bit from being all janky, floppy, and metal. All right, come up here, fish it through, even up your dead end or your raw edges, line it up, tape on the outside of the bag, tape on the inside of the bag. We're going to do it one more time. Fish it through, even it up, line it up, right about there. Tape on the outside of the bag, tape on the inside of the bag. There you go. All right, put it back in the machine and run color stop 19 to tack down your hardware. Woohoo! Almost done. So there we go. We've got our hardware tacked down. Go ahead and grab the back vinyl, what will be the back of the bag, put it on the front, but put it pretty side down. And then if you want to, you can go ahead and 4-corner tape this guy just to keep it from shifting on you or sliding out of the way, especially if you're using some slick, slippery vinyls like I have on this one. Go ahead and after you've got it 4-corner tacked, throw it in the machine and run color stop 20. I will see you after 20. Almost done. Okay, so flip it over and grab your back lining like so. Make sure that you are covering everything up. Go ahead and tape it on the left and the right, or the top and the bottom, whichever. And I'm gonna super tape this. Dun, dun, dun. See, it's wearing a cape. And throw it back in the machine and run color stop 21. Do not run 22. 22 is a dead stop to keep the needle head from moving over the center of your work and ripping everything out of the hoop. I will see you after 21. Okie dokie pokies. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop that bad boy out. There we go. And move the hoop out of the way because I've been going to trip over that bad boy. We're going to flip it over and we're going to find the top where our turning tab is. And we are going to cut, or where our hole is, and then we're going to cut a turning tab. So boom, bada boom. And then we're going to take some of this tape. And because I've been known to flat out cut my turning tab off, we are going to tape this down and out of the way, making sure it's safe. Now we are going to cut 4 sides. You want to cut between 1/4 of an inch and 1/8 of an inch away from your seam line, like so, and like so, and like so. And then on this last one, just because I don't trust that turning tab, I'm going to cut on this side and keep an eye on it. Yeah, I am. Like that. There we go. Now, step 1 is we are going to turn this once. Oh, nope, I'm sorry. Step 1 is we're going to curve our corners so that when this is all turned the correct way, we don't have big, giant, bulky corners. We want them to poke out all nice, not all jammed up and gnarly looking. There we go. Now we're going to turn this. So you've got to be careful. You don't want to pop these stitches or rip your fabric. So carefully, and we're only going to turn it once because we're going to sew first. Grab a corner, work it gently through the opening. A little bit at a time. Don't get anxious. Don't force anything. Just kind of work it and walk it. Work it and walk it. Come down here. Grab that corner maybe. Carefully, carefully, carefully. There you go. There you go. Almost done. Careful, careful. Don't get anxious. Just because it's the last corner doesn't mean that you start tugging and pulling. All right, now we are going to straighten this out as much as humanly possible. Not all the way, because you know it won't do that for us, but close enough. And we are going to tuck, and I'm going to tuck both of our turny tabs in, all the way down. We're going to line it all up. Make sure it's all nice and even and pretty. We're going to grab some pins, and as we go along lining up our lining, we are going to pin it closed so that we don't have to hold everything in place while we're sewing. Unless you happen to have a spare appendage around, in which case you can skip this step. But I always find that I'm fighting to keep everything aligned and alive. Yeah, sure, why not? As I stitch. So I find that pinning it closed as I line it all up helps me out a whole bunch. How much? A whole bunch. Now, I'm going to zoom down so you can watch my terrible hand sewing, because I'm going quick. Oops, I dropped my needle all the way to the other side of the table. This is the part where I start going really, really fast and not so pretty, because I want to be done, because usually it's the end of the day and I'm hungry. So I'm also going to use Movie Magic, and starting right about here, it's all going to be fast forwarded. Okie dokie pokies. Now we're going to reach our hand in and we're going to pull off as many pieces of tape as we could possibly find. There we go. Now we've got one more turn. Woohoo! Pick a corner, any corner, I don't care. Stick your fingers in and start working it out carefully. Don't pop your zipper. Don't pop your stitches. Don't pop your top. All right. Now we've got some corners that don't want to work with us, so we're going to carefully work them out like so. Woohoo. Firm pressure. Don't stab. All right. Now, just like any other zip bag, this one's going to have to spend a little time getting squished. Ooh. There we go. So that it lays flat. Or you can use clover clips and some vinyl. But there we go. There's our gum bag. Peace.